You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to touch on a little bit about social circle. It's not something I see a lot of people talk about online, especially travel YouTubers in whatever respective, country or city that they're in. And to be honest, majority of the travel YouTubers are usually bouncing around. They're not specializing in one city or one country, like I am. There are some, I've seen some YouTubers in DR or Thailand or whatever it may be. But as I said, I don't really ever see too many videos of anybody addressing social circle. So it's something that I want to touch on today. But before I do that, guys, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment on this video, as it does help me grow the channel and push this type of content out in the algorithm, and helps this type of content find people like yourselves that like this type of content and may find it useful. So with that being said, with the YouTuber thing out the way, let's get into the video. So if you're anything like me, when you first arrive to a city, the first thing you're trying to do is potentially learn Spanish. Second, get accustomed to the city and learn it. And then lastly would be build or try to find friends and be social. So what I experienced in my first couple years, or at least what happened with me, is that I primarily focused on just trying to make expat friends because my Spanish was not very good. Also, I'm going to say I let this kind of scare me is I saw other videos and heard stories of other guys or expats or YouTubers or whatever it may be that made Colombian friends that were guys, and these guys later end up setting them up and robbing them or whatever. And then secondly, as far as making female Colombian friends, I think in the United States or Western countries, like, Western influence countries like Canada or just the US in general, we tend to have this idea that we as men cannot be friends with women if we're attracted to them, shall we say. And that we can only be friends if they are ugly or it's something about them we don't like, so we can be friends with them generally. But if we're attracted to them, we're going to want to sleep with them, or pursue them romantically. And this is the general idea. Of course, I was kind of indoctrinated with this idea as well, or believed it. So recently I went out with a group of friends of mine, all girls, and we went bowling, and this gave me the idea to make this video and talk about it as trying to build a social life, make friends, or how to meet the normal, Colombian women who aren't working, who aren't professionals as far as 304s, is a common question that I get asked a lot. And it's not just in comments, it's in consultations as well. Which, by the way, guys, if you are planning on coming to Colombia, you want to move here, or you just need somebody that has a ton of knowledge, just a wealth of knowledge as far as regarding Medellin or Colombia in general, feel free to reach out to me and book a consultation. So with that out the way, so as I said, I went bowling, and I'm going to put up some of the B-roll for that here, but I'm also going to play some of the interviews or interactions that I had with asking the girls about bowling and stuff like that. But if you didn't know, here in Colombia, it is not very common for men, or just in general, for single people to just go out by themselves. Usually it is a group of 2 or more. In English, what do you think of this location?
I like it. I love it, this place, because it's more like friendly for these players, and the food is perfect. Just one, I went out for one time, and I was eating sushi.
Sushi, okay.
It's
first time bowling.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
You will hardly see anybody out by themselves. So us with the American mindset of, oh yeah, I'll just go out to a club and try to meet some people, you will quickly find out, like I did, that everyone is out in groups. Everywhere you go, you will see tables, and there will be at least 2 people or more, whether it's only girls, it's only guys, or it's a mixed group. So it's not very common that just, hey, single people just go out and then are going out with the intention of trying to just meet other people. As I said, generally people will go out here in groups. Esta es tu primera vez aquí, ¿cierto? ¿Qué piensas del lugar?
El lugar está muy bonito, la arquitectura está muy linda, muy diferente. Y sí, es mi primer vez jugando bolos.
Y no
Voy
te
bien.
creo todo bien, pero ok.
Sí. ¿Qué? ¿No me qué?
No pes.
¿No qué?
No pes. No te creo. Es tu
¿Qué?
primera vez.
Ah, sí, es mi primer vez.
So one of the more difficult things is you may go to a nightclub and you're going to see everybody at tables, and there's going to be a lot of mixed groups of girls and guys, and you don't know who's who, you know, maybe one of the guys is dating one of the girls that you find attractive and want to talk to or whatever. So it is not very common for you to go out by yourself here. Not saying you can't do it, and not saying no singles go out at all by themselves. I'm just saying the majority of people go out in groups. The question you might be asking is, how do people meet here if they are not going out and meeting in clubs? Well, the answer is social circle. Este es el pro en el grupo. Es el secreto para este juego. Dime.
La técnica. La técnica.
Porque yo quiero ser como tú.
La técnica, te enseñaré, te enseñaré.
The majority of people that you ask here, they will have met the person that they're dating, usually through a friend or family member or through some type of social circle, essentially. So if you may be interested in learning how to do this, definitely book a consultation with me, and this is something that I can help you with now that I've learned how to do this successfully. But in general, one of the ways that you can do this is by hosting events and inviting people out. You can do this by social media, and the thing is, you want to have open threads with people that you can continue to communicate with, make a list, and essentially reach out to those people every time you are doing an event. ¿Qué piensas de este lugar?
Muy bonito y agradable.
Es tu primera vez aquí, ¿sí? Okay. ¿Y cómo es los
Pésima, pero son muy buenos.
There are some pros and cons of having local Colombian friends versus expats, and I just want to touch on them very briefly. So one, a con is going to be with local Colombian friends is that they may not have the funds to do everything that you may want to do. They're not going to be able to travel as much as you want to. You know, if you plan on going out and you want to invite some people on a trip, they may not be able to afford it. So you may have to pay for your local Colombian friends to do majority of things. And one of the pros is that they are going to be able to show you a lot more of the city than expats are. Of course, this is just logical, but as well, you are going to have some of the best friendships that you've ever had. So guys, that is it for this video. As I said, I want to touch on this really quickly, and you guys let me know in the comments what are your thoughts, and until the next one, I'll see you later.